What's going on, guys? It's TaterTot, and welcome to a new style of Fire Emblem Heroes video. You get to see my beautiful mug. Aren't you lucky? But anyway, I decided that since I'm, recording this in a different fashion this time, I'm actually using my capture card and my Chromecast in a really nifty way. I'll link a video in the description of how I went about doing it. I actually used a different person's method, and it works really well. There's a little bit of lag, but it's not that big of a deal. So let's talk about the Infernal Cecilia and Lilina map. So there's been a lot of discussion about Camus and why he's so important and why he's such a big deal in this map. And I'll get to that because I'm going to use Camus and describe to you guys exactly why it is that he's important. So let's go through my list here. Of course, I'm running LOL Horse Emblem, but it's not necessary. It's just it's the team I had already up when I first did it, and I was able to do it. So let's look at Xander first of all. Xander's 5-star, of course. Siegfried, reposition, bonfire. So reposition isn't really big here. Bonfire's not really big here. He's not really necessary to this. You just basically need somebody that can deal a good amount of damage to the bow, to the archer. If you're able to do that, Xander's not really important. But this is my Xander. I have Squad Ace A1 on him for right now, just because I was running, I think it was Tempest or Chain Challengers or something, and it was what I had on him. Then there's the star of the show here, Camus. There's a couple of really important skills that he has on him right now. Reposition is definitely one of them. Definitely the absolutely critical skill that he has on him right now. Bonfire and Fury and Vantage, and these are all absolutely critical for this to work. And I mean, it's his base kit, or it's not his base kit, but it's his standard optimal kit. So if you're running a Camus, you're probably running these skills. Pretty good chance of that, or some other interpretation of these skills. But Breath of Life, and then of course, Mr. Magic is everything. Reinhardt. Reinhardt is actually not hugely important here. I have a +2 merge just because I guess I'm crazy. I don't know, I could have used those feathers for something else. But it's always nice to be able to whip out your EP and say, yo, look at me, I got a +2 Reinhardt. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Standard build here, Lancebreaker, obviously, to deal with those pesky high-res Cavaliers and high-res Pegasus Knights. It's really good. Some people run, I don't know, Swordbreaker or Red Tome Breaker. There is a different permutation of this run that has Reinhardt using Red Tome Breaker to take care of the Razor Wolf mage, but I don't have that here. Standard, all standard here. Plus attack, minus HP. And then of course we have Cecilia, who, no, she doesn't have Grand Blade Plus. Don't get on to me for that. But she does have everything else that you would ever want. Draconic Aura, barely beats out Moonbow, drawback. I don't know why, but I think a lot of people do it. But we all have drawback on our green mages. I don't know. Is that just a thing? I think it's a thing. But Death Blow 3, Escape Route 3, Attack +1 just to give her that extra little bit. I have Speed 1 on somebody else. Don't give me too much crap for it. The only unit here that's going to be absolutely critical is Camus, and I'll explain that more as we jump in to CNL Bound Hero Battle. And of course, Cecilia's got to do her blah blah blah. Lilina, I am your father, whatever, I don't care. So at first glance, this map is a mess. So you're in a bit of a hellhole. You have a whole bunch of crap going on here, a whole lot of corridors, and it's just a mess. So I'm not going to want to tank in either of these two spaces here, mostly because if I do, I'm going to end up getting hit by Lilina, Cecilia, the Brave Bow user, this guy, and it's just a mess. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to take care of all the riffraff up here. Trying to get rid of Cecilia, Lilina, the, Tsubaki. I don't know. Tsubaki's 40 res. God, Jeez, what a mess. Let's go through each one of these and see what they've got. So you've got craptastic Cecilia with attack +3, escape route, you know, basic build. Grand Raven, she's garbage, and you'll see why I mean that. You'll see why I'm saying that here in a little bit. You have Lilina, who's a powerhouse. If you've got a red tome user and you're trying to bait and tank Lilina, you're in for a bad time. Boganone plus. You got the Sapphire Lance user here who has Swift Sparrow 2 and Obstruct, which is not that big of a deal. I'm sure some permutations of this run, Obstruct is a pain in the ass, but it's not this one. Brave Bow user with Death Blow and Swordbreaker. That is a monster. That is a mess. I don't want anything to do with that. Razor Wolf over here with Swift Sparrow and Green Tomebreaker. That's basically a... If you send cavalry over there, you're in for a bad time. And then, of course, you got your Brave Lance, Death Blow up here. That's pass. Who cares about pass? Nobody. But what we're going to do is we're going to take care of all the riffraff up here and then pick apart the nonsense that comes after us afterwards. So, let's see what we got here. So the first thing we're wanting to do is we're wanting to make sure that Camus has the buffs he's going to need to succeed here. So I'm going to have Cecilia with Fortify Cavalry and Xander with Hone Cavalry. They're gonna be buffing both Reinhardt and Camus. Again, Reinhardt's not entirely necessary. You'll see why I say that in a little bit. But this is the setup we want, so we're gonna rock with it. So we're gonna get Reinhardt set up here. We're gonna just move everybody up a space and have Cecilia deal with the cracked wall. We're gonna need that space to get through in just one turn. So this turn is just spent getting everybody into the location we want them in, and now begins the fun part. So Cecilia, even with buffs, unless you gave her Fortify or something, she's not gonna be able to take care of this guy. He's a little too fast for her. 39 speed, she's not doing anything. You'd have to actually have, you know, your special and the speed to back it up, and there's a really good chance you're not gonna do that. However, Reinhardt can take care of her. Him? Is a her, yeah. Can take care of her because of Dire Thunder and Lancebreaker. This is why I have Lancebreaker on my Reinhardt. This is right here. Because they just have so much res. It's ridiculous, but not enough. So we're going to take care of business right here. Of course, I get Moonbow proc, not like it really matters, because he was going to be able to take her out with 68 damage anyway, so it's completely irrelevant. So, if we leave Reinhardt here, we're in a really bad spot. We're going to get him out of the way, because he's going to take Lilina's attack, and Cecilia's attack, and the Brave Bow guy's attack, and he will never survive. Camus will, and I'll show you how. So, we're going to use Reposition on Camus to pull him back, get him out of the way. Because if he's in the way, bad things happen. And that's really it. I mean, that is the secret to this map. And you'll see why. So first things first, Cecilia's going to come in and try and attack me and get some damage, and it's not going to work. Why? Because she can't kill for shit. And then Camus revenge kills Lilina with a Vantage 3 proc. And that's the game, basically. So the whole purpose of this map and why everybody's talking about Camus is because this Cecilia can't do squat. Speed is way too low, attack just isn't high enough, and she's not getting any buffs or anything like that. There's no Lancebreaker on her, so she's in a really bad spot to kill Camus. A lot of runs you'll find on the wiki, on Game Press, and even people on GameFAQs. All my guys on GameFAQs will be talking about Camus, and I don't even think you need the buff. You don't even need any buffs to be able to tank and revenge kill. That's the beauty of Camus. You don't have to run any cavalry buffs. You could just... I did because, I don't know, I just was. But, alright. So it's cleanup time. And how do we clean up? We get Xander and Reinhardt involved. So, Camus can come up here and deal with Cecilia. So you don't need Xander here to do it. So he's going to take care of business there. And then we're going to have Reinhardt or a fast green mage take care of the Lance Cavalier. Now I say fast, I'm talking like 27. If you have a Sorin, they'll be able to take care of this. And it won't even be that hard. You can even run a Gron Raven, really. Heck, you could even run a plus speed Cecilia or a slightly buffed Cecilia and get the job done, really. But let's take care of business here. Get him out of the way. And then, I mean, we can do whatever. So Xander's going to come up here to take care of this guy when he gets over there. And Cecilia's just going to hang out. She's literally not even there. She's not there for any reason other than to, I guess, look pretty? I don't know. So, now we're going to have the red mage. Actually, we're going to come down here because I think I messed this up a little bit. Yeah, I did. Okay. So, I should have had Xander attack so he'd be in range of that guy, whatever. So, we'll just have Reinhardt take care of this. And he's going to come around and want to attack me, but we're going to be ready for him. Yeah, this is no problem. So now I just kill with Reinhardt and it's over. I could kill with Xander as well, or Ike, or any really fast sword, and it would be no problem. But that's how you do it. CNL Bound Hero Battle. I could show a lot of different permutations, but I'd rather hear what you guys have to say about it. What team comp did you use? I know I've seen a lot of Bridelia 2 dancer comps, or 3 dancer comps, and it's just, okay, yeah, I get it, your Bridelia can quad everything, congratulations, but what'd you guys use? Tell me in the comments, let me know what it is that you used, and I'd love to hear what strategies you guys had. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked or disliked this video, you know exactly what to do. If you really like this video, be sure to subscribe, to share with your friends, family, household pets, plants, I don't know, yard ornaments. Anyway, thank you guys. I've been TaterTot. You, as always, have been awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.